Welcome to our trip through time, a journey where we'll find out about 10 of the most mysterious lost civilizations in history. Our trip starts right now into the heart of mystery. Our first stop is deep in the green lands of Central America, a land where the Maya people once ruled. Here, in the busy rainforests, a civilization with amazing smarts grew. The stone cities they built, Tikal, Palenque, Copan, stand like quiet reminders of what they did. Huge pyramids poked through the top of the jungle, their fronts once decorated with colorful plaster showing gods, rulers, and space events. But the jungle, always strong, always reminds us of the powers that can take back even the biggest things humans build. The Maya didn't completely disappear. Their descendants are still alive, but the golden age of their amazing cities became a lost chapter. Now, from the real ruins in the jungle, we go to the world of legends, to a name that has caught people's imagination for thousands of years, Atlantis. Atlantis was first talked about by the Greek thinker Plato. He showed it as a great sea power, a perfect society with smart ideas and cool tools that was finally destroyed by a disaster. For centuries, people have talked about this story. Was it a deep-thinking example, a story with a lesson, or a changed memory of a real historical disaster? The search for Atlantis, in many ways, is a search for a lost golden age, showing how much humans wish for a perfect past. Whether it's made up from thoughtful ideas or a ghost of a forgotten empire, Atlantis is still one of history's strongest and longest-lasting mysteries. Our journey now takes us to the sunny plains of modern-day Pakistan, to the banks of the mighty Indus River. Here, around 2500 BC, one of the world's first city civilizations grew, known as the Indus Valley Civilization or Harappan Civilization, and Mohenjo-Daro was one of its biggest and most advanced settlements. The lack of big palaces or fancy royal tombs suggests their society might have been more equal than Egypt or Mesopotamia at the same time. Their neat streets and advanced buildings are now empty, a deep testament to a complex society that vanished, leaving more questions than answers for future generations to think about. Chapter 4. The Olmec, Mesoamerica's mysterious mother culture. The Olmec, who thrived along the Gulf Coast of Mexico from about 1400 to 400 BC, laid many of the foundations for later Mesoamerican civilizations. The most iconic and amazing legacy of the Olmec are the giant stone heads. These heads, carved from huge basalt boulders, some weighing up to 50 tons, with their clear, fleshy cheeks, wide noses, and often helmeted look, are thought to be portraits of Olmec rulers. What's left are these huge heads and detailed artifacts which challenge us to piece together the story of these founding yet still mysterious people. Chapter 5. The Yellow River Valley Lost Echoes of Ancient China. The early Tao culture, which thrived from about 1900 to 1500 BC, is a great example. Gap 2S. Like the layers of silt left by the Yellow River itself, the early stages of Chinese civilization are slowly being uncovered, showing a rich and complex past. Chapter 6. Angkor Wat, the jungle's giant reclaim. Angkor Wat, built in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II as his state temple and later his tomb, is an amazing testament to the power and artistic vision of the Khmer Empire. The city itself, known as Angkor Thom, was a masterpiece of water engineering, with a complex network of canals, reservoirs and barrages, huge man-made lakes, that supported a large population and allowed for lots of rice farming. Angkor Wat is a deep reminder of how even the grandest things humans build can be taken back by the patient and relentless power of nature. Chapter 7. The Etruscans, before Rome, a lively enigma. The Etruscans, who thrived in Etruria, modern-day Tuscany, from about the 8th century BC until they were slowly taken in by the Roman Republic by the 1st century BC, were a lively and cultured people. Despite their big influence on Roman culture, affecting everything from gladiator fights and victory celebrations to the building styles and religious practices, many things about the Etruscans are still unclear. They are a striking example of a very advanced civilization whose voice has been largely quieted by the sands of time and the shadow of a more powerful successor. Now we travel to the dry coastal valleys of Peru to the Norte Chico civilization, also known as the Caral Supe civilization. Norte Chico thrived roughly between 3000 BC and 1800 BC. It's older than the Olmecs in Mesoamerica and grew at the same time as the pyramid builders of ancient Egypt and the Sumerians of Mesopotamia. The Norte Chico economy was based on irrigated farming, growing cotton and sea resources. There's proof of wide trade networks between these two areas. Their legacy is ancient new ideas, a society that built huge structures and complex social systems. Our journey now takes us to the amazing desert landscapes of southern Jordan, to the legendary city of Petra with its red rock buildings carved right into the sandstone cliffs. The Nabataeans were masters of water engineering, cleverly guiding scarce water to support a busy city in a dry desert. And they were masters of trade, controlling rich caravan routes that carried frankincense, myrrh, spices and silk between Arabia, Egypt, Syria and the Mediterranean. Despite their impressive achievements, many things about the Nabataeans' daily life, their religious beliefs beyond their main gods and their social structure are still somewhat unclear. Petra stands as an amazing monument to creative and smart people who literally carved their civilization into the very fabric of the earth. For our last stop, we travel to one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth, Rapa Nui, or Easter Island, a small speck of land in the vast Pacific Ocean. This faraway island is home to one of history's most fascinating and visually stunning mysteries, the Moai. The story of Rapa Nui is also often told as a warning story about environmental collapse. The mystery of the Moai, how they were made, moved, and the final fate of the civilization that created them still fascinates and engages us. A striking reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and the limits of an isolated environment. And our journey through these 10 lost civilizations has taken us across thousands of years and around the world, from busy jungle cities to quiet desert burial grounds. These are not just memories from a distant past. They are chapters in the big ongoing story of humanity, full of wins, tragedies, and unanswered questions that still spark our curiosity and push us to understand more. Thanks for joining us on this epic journey through history. Until our next adventure into the wonders of our world and its rich past, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep discovering.